chat show. My name is Alice Trevorrow. I'm a spiritual medium and psychic and producer of the show. I would now like to say hi to everybody. Come on, join us as we begin our live session, we have a lovely guest for you to meet this evening. And her name is Rickie Avitan. I think that's how you pronounce it, but we'll go into more about that in a little minute. Okay, so come join us. And Judith Miller, my little sidekick, my lovely friend, who's also a physical medium, will be joining us as well. So continue and let's. Good evening. So tonight's guest, we have the lovely Rickie Avitan, or Avitan. I'm sure I'm saying it all wrong, but hey, with a name like mine, Trevorrow, you can't get any worse, can you really? Rickie is a psychic trance medium, and she's also a spiritual healer. She's a clinical hypnotherapist, and she's a retired RGN nurse with a Bachelor of Science degree, just like myself. So that's quite interesting. Rickie is also a lady who she works very strongly with the clairaudience side of things, along with her trance. So I'm quite interested to hear a lot more about that. She was also in the Mystic Mag, an interview with Mystic Mag. So we'll learn a little bit more about that. She was trained by Lisa Williams, Tony Stockwell, and Minister Simone Key, Eileen Davis, Joe Bradley, or Bradley, who is a trance tutor, and also psychic medium Darren Britton. So most of them, in fact, I know them all, and I've done training with them all as well. So it's interesting to find out. I haven't done it training right enough with Lisa Williams. I haven't done training with Lisa Williams or Tony Stockwell, but I have with everybody else. So before we get started, I am, of course, going to bring on our other host, and that is our spiritual physical medium. And that, here she is. Here we are. Judith, here you go. Judith Miller.
Hiya.
How are you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been working technology and learning new skills, sometimes a new language.
You've had a busy week though, haven't you?
I have, yes. This week's a very busy week too, but sure, it's all fun. It's all fun.
Yeah. How
are you?
Okay. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, well, I've been busy as well today. I've been quite busy. I was out doing lots of things for wedding planning, so
excitement.
Yeah. So lots going on at my end as well with my daughter. So but you've been really busy though. I mean, tell everybody what you've done this week. Come on. You really do need a hand of applause with this. You've done well.
So this week I have went from not really knowing much about the computer except for turning it on and clicking on links to I've created my own new website. I have bought my own domain. I've even went in and I have worked the DNS settings. This is me, I think I know what I'm talking about. But I went in and I had to sort my DNS settings and I had to sort all that. And I'm really proud because I was trying to have a look around to inspire me for websites, and then Spirits just said to me, just go with what feels right. So I just went with it. And of course, anybody who knows me knows I'm feathers. I have a big thing with feathers, and especially I would sometimes deliver feathers. So feathers is the theme of my website.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
I'm all chuffed. So I'm just waiting because it's a brand new domain. It takes like 24 or 48 hours for it to travel the world, let's say. So, but yeah, I'm really chuffed.
That's
I
good.
did things I couldn't do before.
No, well done. Well done. I mean, it's a big thing to do, a massive thing to do, build your own website. My daughter did mine. So, yeah, I understand it's challenging, but it's good to be challenged, isn't it? It's good to be challenged.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're growing in ways we didn't think we could.
That's it. Exactly. That's what life's about. Yeah. Keep growing, keep moving forward.
And you're busy this week? Are you not in the hotel this week?
Yes, I have. Yes, I've got something big coming on, and on Thursday this week, which I'll pop on and explain a little bit more later on in the show. Yeah, but I would love to get our guest on. I'm quite excited to get our guest on.
Yes, yeah. I'm looking forward to talking to Rickie. Yeah.
So I think it's Rickie Avitan. I don't think I'm saying that right. Avitan. Okay, Rickie, let's go on. Keep me right here. Keep me right.
Oh, don't ask me. I'm even worse.
Rickie, Rickie, how do you pronounce your second name? How do you do?
Okay, it's Rickie Avitan. 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 Yes. Being a nurse in the hospital, they used to call my name over the PA Rickie Avitan, and Avitan, we know what it is. It's a anti-anxiety pills and a relaxant. I said no, Avitan. But what's in the name, right?
Yeah. And you're from Vancouver in Canada.
That is correct. Yeah, I live currently in Vancouver, Canada. Yes.
Yeah.
For the past since 1987. Yes.
So what time is it over there, Rickie, just now?
It is 11:07 a.m.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Oh well. There's a good time difference.
Parts of Canada have different time zones, don't they?
That's right. You have Eastern, and then we have Western, and I'm in a Pacific time zone. So yes, you've got Ontario, Toronto, Newfoundland, Montreal, Calgary, all different time zones. Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing, all the time zones, isn't it? And how it's also amazing that we can all just collaborate together and join and, be able to do what we're doing now. I mean, years ago, this wouldn't have been heard of, and in fact, even before planes, it would be a boat, and it would have took weeks before you got somewhere. So hey, we've come on a long way, haven't we? We have come on a long way. Yeah. So just to remind everybody as well, after our chat with Rickie this evening, we will be going live and doing some readings for 45 minutes. So remember, share this link, put a like and share and subscribe. It's free.
Yes, thumbs up. Give it the thumbs up.
Yeah, and join us this evening also for the live readings. But hopefully you'll join us for the whole night, okay, and not just the live readings, and you'll join us for the whole package. But if not, it'd be great to have you on board anyway. Okay. So, Rickie, what I would like to chat as well as I know you do a lot of things, here, and I know you are you're a spiritual medium, you're a trance medium, and also you're a clinical hypnotherapist, but also way back, you were doing your nursing, and I mean I was an RGN as well, so I know. Do you know what? It's all part of what we do, really, isn't it? It's all the healing aspects of it. But I'm sure, it just didn't start for you when you retired from nursing, because it certainly didn't for me either. It started for me when I was a child. So let me know a little bit about you. When did you know that you were connecting with spirit world? Or where did it all start for you?
Yeah, I've always had a connection with spirit, but I consciously became aware of that connection, that it's actually spirit world, late in my life, really late in my life. And I'm looking at about 2012, 2011. And so as a child, growing up in the environment that I have, I used to, now I know it's trance. At the time, I didn't. As a little kid, I would to drift away into that space of nothingness, and there would be this heavenly being around, and we would have a conversation. And so I grew up with this, never ever said anything to anybody, never said a word to anybody about any of this. So I thought it's just part of my psychic, my mind, the way I am, and the way I drift away. Didn't realize that it's actually a higher connection. And so at about 2011, 2010, I've had a neck injury, and I thought I can go back to nursing through this injury. So I joined a hypnotherapy school. And as soon as I stepped, the first day I stepped into the hypnosis school, there's God bless her, a teacher by the name of Jeannie Martin, who said, "You're a psychic medium." I said, "Excuse me, I don't really know what you mean. I'm a nurse. I work in Richmond Hospital." And she says, "You will see." Through enough, through the time in the school of hypnotherapy, things begin to happen, things begin to unfold. And so then I begin and I joined a spiritualist church here. I started going into development school classes, circles. And since then, the world is an oyster, really. My very first teacher within this world was Tony Stockwell and Lisa Williams. At 2014, I believe, or 15, they both came to Vancouver, and I've taken their classes. At the time, I had a neck injury. I had so I was, again, my neck, I was in massive pain, but I said, I'm not missing this class, this workshop. And so I remember it wasn't trance, it was mediumship week. And so I remember stepping into the stage, and here I am with my neck, I can barely move. And so doing my, that was a very beginning, doing my evidential mediumship. And Tony says, if you can do this with your neck injury, if you can do this the way you are, then the world is an oyster for you. And so it began. And then later on, I begin to actually hear, today I know is my spirit friends, we're going to be speaking through you. I said, oh yeah, who is going to speak through me? You know, it was like, oh, kind of a no way this is going to happen. And then they begin, and then through the circles, and then the old trance begin to unfold. I am massively passionate about trance mediumship. Massively passionate about it. It is my whole life. I since retired from nursing in 2019, not because I wanted to retire, but about 2 years prior, Spirit came through. As I'm walking through the hallway of the hospital, you have to leave, you have to leave, you have to go. I said, no, I can't. I'm not even 55 yet. I can't do it. I have mortgage. You have to leave every day. And as we got closer to 2019, this voice got stronger and stronger. And I said, okay, as soon as I have 55, I'm out. As soon as I had 55, I was out. Being a nurse in the hospital, absolutely. I've done the medicine and then done the ambulatory care and ended my career in palliative care, end of life, which is incredibly a nursing journey, as you said, Alice. We are part of the patient journey. And there's an innate knowledge, an innate knowing, an innate being in that journey where at the time I didn't know actually is spirit, to be honest with you. That was so close to me. But as I'm standing there with the clients, as I'm standing there doing my work, there was this inner knowing of what's going on with this client and to help them move through. I remember when I began, and I continued actually with the journey and developed and evolved. My end of journey in nursing was palliative care. And as I'm there beside a dying patient, I'm speaking from my mind to their mind, connecting from my mind in their unconscious state. And through mediumship, through other medium, they would come back and give messages. Thank you for what you have told us on our last breath. And so this is what else can be more evidential than this?
Yeah,
To
that's right.
give the words that were given to them right at the end of life. And so our journey is really unfolding and unfolding. And today I am working with this full time. I teach trance mediumship. I do local events internationally. I see clients privately for mediumship, soul journey, the world of an oyster. And to
Yeah,
me, as someone walk into my space, I connect to them on a soul level, on a heart level. And then the highest desire is, what can I do here to meet
yeah,
you? And how can I support you in this one momentary moment that we meet to help you walk through that journey? Whatever it is, whatever it is.
yeah. Well, earlier on, I'd said you'd asked me how did I find out about you, and I said, well, spirit guide me to who I meant to go to and to invite onto the show. And now I know why, because we've got very much similarities here. I was the same. Spirit kept saying to me, you're retiring early. And I was like, no, I'm retiring at 55. That's when I'm retiring. No, you're retiring early. We need you to work for us. And I was like, no, 55, but my health started to deteriorate. It got worse because I do have a health condition. And it got worse. And they were absolutely right. I retired at 54. And I really thought, well, I was never working for Spirit full time, and I don't even class it as work. It's not a job. But I just felt, what am I going to do now? And they said, well, you're going to work for us. This is your time now to work for us. You have a lot more training to do, and there's a lot more you have to do first before you're ready to be working full time. But you're nearly there, but we have to show you this path. And that's what happened with me. So I understand where you're coming from with that. I mean, I was a bit like yourself. I didn't want to retire, but I felt I had to retire because of my health, and then that door opened for you and it opened for me, and it's just blossomed, and I understand now why. And I can understand now why I've been drawn to having you on the show as well. Yeah.
It's so wonderful to know that, okay, they are tapping into other people to get them retired early. That's
Do you not think Spirit have a great way of, when they need to slow us down, they'll find a way to slow us down. When they need to get our attention, they're very good at putting everything in place and laying those groundstones for what they know is ahead, even if we don't at the time. They're very good.
What is fascinating is I have been a nurse educator for the last over 20 years of my career. And so working in our organization, you have everything provided for you. So if I needed to do any technical or I wrote policies, patient education material, so I write it and then I send it to somebody to do the whole working on it and design. And we didn't really have to think about those things.
Yeah.
But as a private entity, moving out from an organization and becoming my, just I heard you did your own website, and I'm thinking, okay, I need to put a website. And the moment the thought went out there, a web developer came in. I need to help I need someone to help with the YouTube. The moment I put it out there, that YouTube helper came in. It is remarkable, that connection that we have. And the availability to come back to us.
Yeah.
And that's what I found really incredible. we put something out there, and I believe it's the vibration that we are operating from. When you're operating from a vibration of connection and connectivity, and with the vibration of, I don't like the word service. I don't like the word service. I simply, I'm not sure how to replace it right now. But when we are connecting on that level of being available to what needs to be available at that time, the universe hears us. And for me, it's God. And for me, it's God. I move beyond our spirit friends, our loved one. It is, I go to God. And so when that vibration, that frequency, that connection hears your need to help support others in their journey, it is, you are being provided.
Yeah.
So since my retirement, I'm not rich, but I go by, I get by, I have a living, I'm not suffering. And so as I was moving from the organization of nursing, and thinking, well, I have mortgage, I have all of this, everything is provided.
Yeah.
Everything is provided. So I believe in our own life, we need to come to that. We don't need to, but we come in our own time. We come to that place of trust and allowing and to know that everything is provided to us within our journey. Because our journey is not an individual journey, our journey is a collective journey. We might be thinking that we're doing it as an individual journey, but we're actually doing it as a collective journey.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that, Rickie, because um, I like to spend a lot of time with spirit and write. And then I never like to read it straight away. I'll always go away, do something, and then come back. And they're very open, and they're very open and they're honest, and at times, sometimes we still see, we're still in awe of what they can tell us and show us. And they were teaching me about new things, and the way I had written it down, I can remember thinking, who am I going to tell this to? Nobody is going to believe me if I try and I totally believe you. But I don't know anybody as yet that has mentioned this to me as to them working in this area or this field. So I always trust Spirit 100%. Because they trained me, they taught me. I was very grateful to that. And I can remember having that conversation, just what you explained there. And I remember saying it to them that night. And lo and behold, this person messaged me the next day. And I'd seen them on my group, I'd seen them on my page for years, but I'd never spoke. And when I opened the message, lo and behold, they were talking about what I was talking to Spirit about the night before. And I nearly fell off my chair because it was exactly like you said. I'd asked them, who else understands this? And lo and behold, the next day, they contacted me regarding it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fascinating. It's
beautiful.
Yeah.
I think what's the beauty also, Judith, it's you put it out there, you received back, and now I trust myself because we are part of the journey. The spirit is part of our journey, but we are part of spirit journey as well. And since we are in the physical, walking upon the earth, living life, that through the work that I have been doing with spirit, I've changed tremendously. I am a woman of today, which is so different of a woman of last year, the year before, and the year before. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I said, I'm not sure that I recognize you. But so as I move with the spirit world and with self-revelation, that it created that space within self to know myself better and to trust myself on so many levels. And that confidence, that trust, that inner work, that I'm able to work with other people on such a deep space. So when I do hypnosis, hypnotherapy, client coming in with all sorts of things that the spirit, my friends from spirit are so close. So as the client is in hypnosis, under hypnotic state, and the spirit world are there talking to me, they are telling me what to say, how to say, what this person needs. And also they're giving healing. Sometimes the client will come out of hypnosis and say, did you touch my feet? I said, no, you see, I've never moved out of my chair. I've never moved out, because the spirit will give healing, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah. You were trained by, is it Joe Bradley, the trance medium?
Joe Bradley, trance medium, and the physical part that mostly I'm trained and continue actually with her. She located in England, and she was just here a week or so ago. She was teaching here for a few workshops. She stayed in my house, and it was a wonderful, really successful workshops. Yeah,
that sounds really good. Yeah, I know you trained with Eileen Davis as well, who's also a trance medium.
yes.
So I know you trained, and also the Arthur Findlay College. I know you've been there and you've done some training there too. I've been there as well. It's a beautiful place. I haven't done any training with Joe Bradley. I have with Minister Simone Key, and Eileen Davis, and Glenn Edwards. Did you do any training with Glenn Edwards?
No, I wish. I
was quite lucky. Yeah, I think I had about 3 different weeks at the Arthur Findlay College doing trance mediumship with him. He was something else. What a man! Yeah.
I hear a lot about him, but I have not, unfortunately, had the opportunity.
But I think Spirit, they'll give you the ones that you're meant to do the training with.
Yes.
Along. Obviously, the main teachers are them. But earlier on, during your training, it's good though to get all the different training from different people to become your own medium. Would you not agree with me on that?
Absolutely. It is interesting that you're saying it. As I was sitting, just preparing for today, one of the messages that I receive actually is the training at the beginning of my journey to being acquainted with this. Acquainted with spirit. Yes, Rickie, this is spirit. Although you've been with them since child, this is spirit world, and now you need to know how to work with them. So the skills, the tools, the language that I have, the connection, the movement into the moving into the altered states, all of those are skills that I have learned from Simone and so on. And I'm also actually I believe that we continue learn. We never stop learning. So I'm going to be in Arthur Findlay in October, because I'm going to be in England in September, and then I'll be in Arthur Findlay in October with Simone and Eileen and Christine Morgan, and it's his Trans Mediumship Week. So we never stop learning. But our teachers are our spirit. Yes, the spirit world. So as we're learning this tool, the skills, all of these things, we're learning how to bring this world closer and closer, and to really develop this intimate rapport, intimate trust, intimate work, and intimate working for humanity, whatever it is they desire to use us for.
Yeah. It's interesting when I like sitting in trance. I love sitting. It's very healing, and I like to play about with different lights. Have you ever heard of Debbie Charlton? She's a fantastic trance medium too. She's Scottish, but she's over here. Just got it wrong. Remember, I said she was from Northern Ireland, but she's actually Scottish.
What's her name?
Debbie Charlton. We did the charity event. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a lovely lady. Yeah.
She's lovely. And we've been practicing and doing different things, just the two of us, with lights, different lights. on my physical and everything that I do, the transfiguration, I do everything in the light, you know, with like this, with no lights, should I say. But we've been practicing with different lights, just for videos and photographs to see what it is. But the healing you can receive from sitting in trance is absolutely beautiful. It's very, very strong, isn't it? Yeah, I think
it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
is amazing.
They completely healed my neck. I have, at the beginning when I had the neck injury, they said you have to do surgery. My right arm was paralyzed. I said, no, I don't think so. And so the spirit world completely healed the injury. My right arm is fully functional. My neck, scar tissue, everything they removed. Nothing to do. I mean, as a nurse, I have nothing against our medical system and all the medical treatment. It's necessary when we need them. But we also have to know that we can heal self, and spirit can support us in the journey.
Spirit always say to me, when I was having this conversation last week with different people, and Spirit were saying to me, Judith, you're all healers. You can all heal yourselves and each other. And they would talk about healing cancers, healing, you know, conditions that we thought that we couldn't heal. But the mindset, the intention is very strong there with Rickie. Do you find that when you're helping someone, it helps if they kind of are happy to surrender to the process, or rather are they against it? Have you ever came across different people, like different scenarios, I want to say, if that's the correct way of putting it, where somebody who wasn't really into it really got that healing and then it changed their view completely?
Absolutely. I mean, we see it a lot in our mediumship, skeptics that's coming in. And I have skeptics, you know, when we do platform work, when we do private settings, I'm thinking, why are you here? You're so skeptic.
I know.
But I love the skeptics, because at the end, when they leave and they book another appointment, they say they changed my life. This is
that's right.
life. Yeah. And so when this is on one level, when we look into trance mediumship, I have a psychiatrist that's working with me. So when we do a trance work, a one-on-one trance work, and within the hour, I'm in a trance state, and within the hour, my spirit psychiatrist is Benjamin. He would go into what have happened to you right from the get-go, all the way, even if it's in intrauterine or right at the birth. And he will walk them through a little journey, whatever. Everybody is different. Each individual. And then when I come back and there is a debrief, but there's always a debrief period, it's oh my God, now I know what has been going on for me. And so now what are we going to do about this?
Can I just go back on that a little bit? So you work with a spiritual, did you say you worked with a spirit psychiatrist?
Yeah, Benjamin.
Right. So how does that, do you mean from spirit world?
Yes.
Ah, right, that's fine. I'm like, you're working with spirit and you've got a psychiatrist with you. I picked it up wrong. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's okay. Yeah,
I think we are. Yeah, I think we are in an altered state, Alice. You know, when we are in altered state, we kind of hear halfways.
I'm with you now. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's really good. It is really good when we get to know our different guides and what they help with, but what did they do, on how did they help people on the earthly plane in different ways, and their era, because we are usually all connected. I have a physicist, and I think he helps me a lot with the physical because of the matter and moving things. But having a psychologist, that would be pretty cool, because they're able to help provide, in a sense, that what we might feel, but they're doing their job in spirit, and they're still carrying that on. And I think that's amazing to be able to know that they still got to carry that on. I know loved ones, when they pass, they help in different ways, but they're still carrying on that passion and helping people in the same way they were on the earthly plane.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
I think also spirit give you what you already know, and the people to come forward as well. Because I work with a lot of doctors and nurses, and I mean from way back. Also, I've had a few nuns that come in as well. So that's taken me way back to when I was a child and I was brought up in the Catholic faith, but they come in at the certain periods of time when it is very relevant actually for that reading, so the cleverness of spirit world, yes, they're constantly teaching you new things, but they're also working with the tools you already know, and building that stronger with you so as you can open it up more. Do you find that, Rickie, then? Do you find that, well, obviously you do because you work with a psychiatrist. But it's interesting. Don't you think it's interesting what they give you, though, from spirit world? If you're working with a psychiatrist or a doctor or like a sister, I mean, I've worked with sisters that were way back, in the 1930s and 40s, and some things they tell you then, you think that makes sense to what's happening now, but yet it's chosen to be ignored, so do you get things like that?
At 18, I graduated from nursing school after high school, so I think I was 20 years old. Then I was born in Israel. But let's not go into the politics of the country. And in Israel, you have to do a military service. And so part of my military service, I was stationed in a psychiatric hospital. So here I am, 20 years old. And up in Jerusalem, there is this acute psych hospital. And lo and behold, I'm assigned to a closed unit. And within 1 month of being there, the head nurse went on sick leave on a nervous breakdown. And they called me into the office and they said, you're going to be the head nurse of this unit, acute closed unit. I said, me? I don't know anything about psychiatry. I'm only 20 years old. It's 27 acute psych, one of the most acute units in the country. Well, you can't really say much. You have to do it. So here I am, 20 years old. I would write a report. I was a head nurse. They used to call them supervisor of the unit, whatever. The unit is closed. No one allowed in or out except staff and patient. And so here I am at 20. I would produce reports. The professor of the unit would say, who wrote this report? And say, I did. And the report would be so analytical, so deep. Today I know that Benjamin was with me right then and there, but I had no idea then.
Yeah.
I would write a report about a client that is like a 40 years in practice a psychiatrist. Is incredible. So the revelation of Benjamin to me was only last year. I only found out that it's actually, his name is Benjamin, he told me. And I only found out just recently, the past year, that he was a psychiatrist. And I only found out that he was with me when I was working I'm 60 years old now, in my 20s then. And so you could see the journey of spirit in our own individual life, using us in the capacity that I certainly was not aware at the time but the work that they continue to do through me, because for whatever reason I've had the capacity to get the inspiration and to put it in writing of the reporting about the clients, that it did. And so I hope it kind of answered, Alice, what you just said, because they are attracted to what we are and the potentialities within us. And so the spirit world, who have seen the potentialities in our path before we have had, and so it's almost like a training ground. And now it's okay, I know. And I think it's just gorgeous. I think it's, and as a tutor, currently as a tutor of trance mediumship, and also I do lots of other things here. When a practitioner or a student or a person who join any of the classes or the event, you see the transformation. You begin to see the sparkle in their eyes. You begin to see how they change in their own personal life. What else can we ask for? What else can we? It's like a patient, when a patient in your unit gets better and discharged home, and they continue to live life. What else can we ask for? Yeah.
When you were doing your nursing, did you ever get premonitions, or did you ever get that spiritual guidance or intuition about a patient, about especially particularly palliative care?
Yes.
Yeah, I did as well. Yeah. You just, I mean, a lot of nurses did, though. It wasn't just me. I mean, a lot of nurses did, but they had no idea, I don't believe, that they were actually spiritually get attuned with spirit world, but there's many that would just all of a sudden get up and go, oh, I need to go into that room. I feel there's something not right. And they'd go in and they would be right, but they never realized they were actually getting spirit led there into your gut intuition, your spirit feeling. And then they would start talking about different things about spirit world, but they still weren't unaware. And I didn't want to say too much because not everybody knew what I did, but I believe we've all got it. It's just, some people don't understand what it is, or they don't, or some people are afraid of it. They don't want to go there with it, which we know that there is no fear in it. There is only love. And to be quite honest with you, I'm more skeptical and more afraid of the people that are alive than I am the spirit world. Do you know?
Yeah, I say that all the time. All the time. Just for 110%, it's just the living sometimes I struggle with. But I think most spiritual people are like that, because I know in the classes and the thing and the people that I would help with, we always talk, and I always say, when we think about it, we're a team. Our team is with us in spirit. We're on the earthly plane. They chose to travel on this journey with us in spirit, as we chose to travel on it as in the physical form. But we all go together as one team, and it's respecting the team that you have around you. But I believe personally that we all have a team around us too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think nursing uses intuition, the sixth sense, and there are so many books that's been written about this. And nurse intuition.
Mm-hmm.
You know something is happening to your patient in that room, in that bed, and something takes you there. There is this inner knowing that a nurse working with. It's not just the skill, but we're tuning into the inner knowing. There's really a lot of write-up about this in the recent years, maybe 20 years. There's more studies that's been done on nurse intuition. And so the nurses, that we are tuning in to something that we can't name. I remember in palliative care, I was an educator, So I'm standing there in the hallway, and every day we'll get together at 2 o'clock to do a powwow. We call it a powwow, an education moment. And so then I saw the spirit of one of the patients who just passed away. So I told the nurse who was standing with me in the hallway, "Your patient just passed away. Please go to his room." And she says, "How do you know?" And so she did. She went there. She ran to the room. And of course, the patient just took his last breath. And so, how do we know? It's our deep intuition. It's beyond the mediumistic abilities, but it's our deep communion with one another, our soul connection, our spirit connection. And that is something that we all possess. It's something that it's innate within us. And I'm not talking about mediumistic skills. I'm talking about innate knowing, innate inner knowledge, innate intuition, as you call it, Judith. And when we are connecting to that space, we can be connected to others in such a powerful way.
Yeah.
In such a powerful way.
When we talk about, the intuition and that inner knowing, as parents too, we always know better. We always hear you say, yes, we know our children better than anyone. But also, as for those who aren't, I'm not medically qualified in any way, but I always knew exactly what was wrong with any of our daughters. And I would have always stood my ground because I knew to stand my ground. And I was right too on a lot of occasions, and I'm really glad I did on a lot of occasions. But our eldest daughter, she's they're all quite spiritual, but our eldest daughter's getting more in tune with that intuition. And she actually said to me the other day, "Mom, this is so weird. Every time I think of something, it's happening. If I just have to think about it, and you're ringing me up to talk about it." And she says, it's like we just have this open connection. But we all do, I remember talking about this to another couple of mediums, and Spirit always say we only use this. We only use a tiny little bit of what we're capable of. It's allowing, as you say, that awareness and intuition to just to keep expanding and expanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
On you go, Rickie. On you go.
Rumi said, "What you're seeking seeks you already." I believe, actually, as a trance medium, that whatever we are receiving, it's already in the ether.
Yeah.
But it's our ability to connect to what's it in the ether for us. So when we are sitting in meditation, sitting in the power, having our cup of tea or cup and having this daydreaming, which is a light state, then we begin to receive what's in the ether that meant to be coming our way.
Yeah.
And so if many of us, I wish all of humanity will sit there in those quiet moments of nothingness, a tuning in to what's already there that meant to be for that individual, life would be so much easier.
Yes.
Life would be so much smoother.
Yeah.
And life, I believe, would be with so much more meaning and so much less suffering when we tune in to what is already there for that individual path.
A good way to tune into the ether, as also what you're explaining, is when we're just waking up in the morning, before we start to move around, before we go to lift our phone or start to move around to fully waken ourselves. In that in between, nice and relaxed state, you can very much go into the ether, and it's lovely, as you're awakening.
Yes.
Do you not find, Rickie? Yeah.
Yeah, you are in that zone. I teach it in my classes. When you are in that zone, we call it the theta brain wave. When in the zone of the theta brain wave, that's where you can make a lot of changes. And actually, you can manifest tremendous amount when you are, before you go to sleep, you know you're in that dream zone, or just when you wake up in the morning, you are in that zone. That's where you can create and bring about what it is that you desire.
Just need to keep believing and not doubt yourself what you're asking for.
Yeah.
Well, the doubting and all of this, it's of the mind. It's not of the spirit. And so when we move away from lack of trust, from doubt, from all those hindrances that are affecting our being, our daily life, then we realize that we are far more beyond that. But I don't discount the challenges that we move through as human beings. I think it's important as we move through the challenges in our life that we can come to the realization of who we really are. And that's where your free will and your free choice come along.
Yeah, that makes sense. We have got a question here by Hardeep. The more you're grieving, does that make it harder? He asked you.
I have actually, it's a very good question, Hardeep. It's a question that comes quite often actually from grieving people. They ask me, why can't I connect to my mom? Why can't I feel my son? And it is grieving. It's such a natural, important process for us to move through. Within the grieving, there is a heavier vibration. Well, within the grieving, a person come to know death and dying, come to understand within the self mortality and immortality. And so if we are looking at connecting to loved one in spirit while the person is moving through a process of grieving, is it possible? It is possible. By shifting your awareness, by moving your awareness into that of peaceful and quietness, you're raising your vibration and you can feel the presence, be attuned with the presence of your loved one. I always tell my client, this is only Rickie. Let's wait three months before you come to see me when you lose someone. And they say, why? I said, it's nothing to do with spirit. It's got to do with you. We've got to move through the process of grieving. We have to grieve. We have to cry. We have to allow ourselves to experience the loss. It is really important. I have seen many who moved on with their life, did nothing, and then it comes back later like a vengeance. Like a vengeance. So cry, allow, grieve, but know that your loved one are so close. And believe it or not, loved one grieve as well with you. They cry with you, they feel you. You can't see them, you can't feel them, but they are there with you. They are there with you. Yeah, I hope it answered your question.
You know, you have a beautiful presence around you. Rickie, it's really lovely, and
Calming, very calming.
I think it would be lovely just to even just sit with you and just be in that presence in a trance meditation, state. I think it would be lovely, and I can also see where the clinical hypnotherapy would work really well with you. You have got a very strong force there. I can feel it really strongly with you. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. I have another question. I have another question for you. It's by Mary. How do we best increase our self-confidence within our mediumship abilities?
Should I answer that?
Yes, it's for you, darling. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mary. Thank you for asking the question. Um, Self-confidence, it's in the skill. I remember when I went to give my first injection to the patient. Oh, first we did on the doll. No, first we did on the orange.
Orange, that's right.
We did on the doll. Then we went to the person. I don't envy the first person who got my injection. I was so scared. I did like this, like this, like this. Finally, I went in there, you know? So confidence comes with the skill development. And so the spirit world are there. Remember, I said at the beginning of the interview, I didn't know I was a medium. As a little kid, I would go there and connect. But once I realized that there is actually they are not imagination, they are spirit world, I began to take classes, school, and I still do. And we never stop. So as you are connecting, you are having a good teacher with you, someone who can build your confidence, someone who can guide you and give you the proper teaching, not just anybody who took a mediumship course over the weekend. Yes, so check your teacher, make sure they are have credential, make sure they are a good teacher, make sure they are mediums themselves. Yes, and they've been working for a while, and then you work, you develop the skill, you develop the knowledge, you develop the ability to connect to the other side, to connect to the other side. And as a trance tutor, I don't teach mediumship. I chose not to. I can, but I chose not to. As a trance medium, people say, can I do it? And so my answer to them is, it's not necessarily that you're going to be a trance medium and be on doing all this work. But what you're going to develop is a communion with your spirit friends, the connection to your spirit team. And that is a skill. Move out of the here and now state of consciousness and subdue your mind. In trance, we subdue our mind and we allow the spirit to come to us. When you do mediumship, mental mediumship, it's the other way around. You raise your vibration, you go outwardly, and you invite the spirit to come close so you can bring the evidence. So, building confidence is through learning how to do a lot of reading, read about our pioneers, read about what they do, their journey, and really connect to a good teacher that you have a rapport with. And when that teacher finished teaching you, go to another teacher and another teacher and another teacher. My recommendation is not to stay with one teacher, because as you moving and learning, another teacher will come your way to teach you different ways, different path for your ability, for your level of experience and knowledge. I hope that answered the question, Mary.
So, Rickie, thank you very much for answering those questions. So, when is your book coming out, Rickie?
Sorry?
When is your book coming out?
Spirit have asked me many times to write a book. It's something, you're probably tuning into it. I said, writing is not my cup of tea.
You should be writing your book, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I will say maybe they can provide somebody to help in the writing, so that would make it easier.
It's definitely coming. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I feel that's more about you believing in yourself a little bit there as well. You know, you'll get the right help and you'll be able to do this. Yeah, because that's definitely coming. It's definitely coming there.
Very much. Here we are tuning in. You see, Alice tuned in. She tuned in.
It just came.
Yes, she tuned into this space where Spirit have asked to write a book for quite a while.
Right. Oh, it's definitely coming. For sure, it's coming for you. Because you've got a lot to write. A lot to write there. Yeah. And I think, yeah, definitely. And I think, it's something that, I have thought about it as well, but you're more ready than I am at the moment, whereas I can just feel you're just at the cusp there of it opening up for you,
Thank you.
Yeah. So anything planned coming up? For, you got anything that's coming up that's important that you'd like to share?
Yes, I'm going to be a grandma in July.
Oh, lovely.
I have one son, and his wife is pregnant. In fact, we're going for dinner tonight just to chat. So that's huge. I've never been a grandma, so let's see how that's going to be. I had a vision of that little girl coming with me to do mediumship, but I don't know about her mom, if she will agree to it. The other things, I'm going to England. I'm going to be in Blackpool. Joe Bradley opened the center last year called Hope, Hope. And so we are doing an international mediumship week, September 12th to the 16th. And then I will be doing another workshop with Joe and Paul Newman. And that's the following week in September. And then I will travel a little bit in England. And then I will be going to Art of Finley for my own development, my own being with my teachers, Simone and Eileen, and all this wonderful community. And so,
Well, that sounds very interesting. Next year, then you're going to be busy. Yeah.
This is this year. This is this September.
Oh, this September. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, Rickie, you were saying about your grandchild.
Yes.
And we have grandchildren, a granddaughter and a grandson. And our grandson is 11, and he is very spiritual, very spiritual. And he loves talking about his angels and crystals and his guides. And so it's lovely when you can kind of pass on that and kind of guide and nurture them, and they keep it really strong then.
Yeah, I think, I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, it's fun being a grandma. I enjoy being a nanny.
Yeah, I bet I will. I love kids.
I'm a grand. I'm a grand. My grandchild Ella. She is. She's coming up for 3, so she'll be 3 in August. And I tell you, they come on leaps and bounds so quickly. Compared to when my children were nearly 3, it's as if she's been here before. And they're so technical as well with things. Like they can once you can use the computer and things like that. I'm just like, what? But they have all these children's computers now, and she flicks things up and down, and she presses the buttons, and but she knows the buttons that she's pressing, which one it's going on to, and I don't know. It's different generation. It's a completely different generation.
It is a different generation. I was actually talking about this yesterday because we were recording the prophetic news I do, and Spirit's very much changing it to be some predictions, but then their messages. And they had a message yesterday that they shared, and it was very simple message, but really, really powerful. And they talk about, we are the creators, as in there's higher powers, and they're the designers, and they put things into place, and we create it, whether we create it through fear, whether we create it through, different ways. But they were also saying, my grandson's the same, really technical, but he knows the solar system off by heart. But I always say to my daughter, that innocence, that imagination, embrace it, allow them to have those child years, because they are creating, but they're creating in a completely different way to how we created as children growing up. And us as adults, we're still creating, but again, we're creating through what's being put in place for us. So it was a beautiful message, one for everyone and one for the collective. But they were right in that sense, because when you look, my grandchildren included, when you look around, everything's technology.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? Everything. And in our day, we would have went out to the fields, we would have maybe played knock run. We would have played tennis, we would have played different games, but we didn't have that technology.
No, we made our own games up, but
our imagination, we got to use that to keep that imagination.
But I've got to move with the times, as that song.
They are.
So someone else has got here. Let's pop this on. 100%. I was always out playing in the street. Couldn't let my daughter do that nowadays.
Yeah,
they're very different now. Yeah, things are very, very different now. So what would you say then to future, trainee mediums, the mediums coming up? What advice would you give a new medium wanting to develop? What advice would you give them? Because a lot of people who are training, I find, go from here, there, and everywhere, and go around all the houses, so to speak. And they've maybe did a course here, there, next thing, and then before you know it, they're out there, doing their work. Some even are out there doing teaching, So don't you think, though? I mean, for me, it was years. I did my training. For years. I'm going back to even when I was 16. But I'm not saying wait that length of time, because obviously I had a break that came back and forward. But then when I went full on, I would say I had at least a good 8 to 10 year behind me before I really had. I think I was ready, but I think I was just lacking that little bit. I was clinging on a little bit to that. I still need this. And it's not that I wouldn't still go on courses now. Yeah, I do. I do still go on courses now. But to fully let go and get out there, don't you think people need to kind of be a bit more patient, and just let Spirit open this up for you. Let them help you with the training and be patient, because I hear so many people say, but I really need to do this because I want to get away from that job I'm in. I don't like that job I'm in. I'm fed up with that job, and I need to get out there, and I need to be doing this. And this, this is what I want to be doing for a living. And I'm thinking, you know what? You got it wrong. Just got it wrong. That's my belief in it. I think, you got to wait until that door kind of opens naturally for you. And Spirit will look after you and protect you. But if you go in too quick, it can destroy you. And I know some mediums who are very, very good mediums, excellent mediums, with potential of even becoming even more excellent, never heard of again.
I completely hear what you're saying. I have joined the SNU, and SNUI, a few years back, and I'm just about to finish. I'm hoping to finish my certification each year sometime. I'm hoping. I believe that there are few paths. When I joined the SNU, SNUI, I didn't really know. It was a little bit of a, what is a medium? I was just beginning to acquaint myself with the terminology, with the differences. I believe that people come to mediumship, they have an experience, an awakening experience, something taken place. They heard, they felt, they saw something taken place. And then from there, they begin the journey of seeking. I believe that the seeking can take them to different direction. A direction of awakening through this journey of mediumship, I get to know self. These people normally probably would not continue with the journey of development fully, but that was a doorway into self-awakening and self-journey. Then you've got the people, like you said, this job is not giving me enough money. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do this. I've had some experiences. And they are the one who are clinging on to teacher, to teacher, to teacher, psychic fair, and all of these things. They keep going around, not really moving into the developing of the mediumship. Why are you doing it? And then you've got the people that maybe coming from the awakening, maybe coming from an interest, and they're the one who will continue to develop, become a spiritual medium. What is spiritual medium? We are not here just to connect to loved one from spirit, but our job is to educate the public. Our job is to find funnels of how can I reach you? How can I help you move beyond the grief and bereavement? How can I help you not just to give a message from your loved one to let you know that their soul is eternal, that they continue to live on the other side, but I want you to know that your soul is eternal. I want you to know that you can continue to live. I want you to know that you are a child of God, and that is the difference. And so, what I would give a word of advice to mediums who are early in their development: why are you doing it? Why are you doing it?
That's right.
Go back to the basics. Even for trance medium, every once in a while in my classes, I say, why are you here? Sit with yourself, answer the question. If you want to be an entertainer, go on platform and be an entertainer. That's all right. But would you touch and reach the soul of this person who really need that message right now?
Mm. I understand what you're saying. Totally get you on this. Yeah. I understand what you're saying about the entertainer as well, because I had somebody say to me just recently, if I could get this person on to a spiritual event I was running, I used to run the spiritual center, but I don't do that now. I do more online, but I do spiritual events, and they said to me, well, you know, this person, if you get this person on, because he was so funny, he was just so funny, and you know, some of them can be quite staid, can't they? And you know, and stuck in their ways. And I was like, he was more funnier. Yeah, he was more funnier. What was his evidence there? Did the message make sense? Did the message make sense to the evidence of spirit coming forward? Would you believe that came from that person? I don't know. She said, I don't really know. She said, it just was a funny night. And I said, well, I suggest you go to the comedy club. Do you know, because I was quite annoyed. And I said, well, I suggest you go to the comedy club then, because that is not what spiritualism is about. And the reason I do spiritual events as well now is not everyone will go to a spiritualist church.
Yes.
Because it puts them off a little bit. They maybe see it as being hymns, and they maybe see it as being like churchy like it used to be when we were younger. But it's not, but they have that in their head, so they don't go. So then they come to a spiritual event and they think, actually, this is okay, and there's nothing frightening about it, and there's nobody forcing anything down my throat here. I really enjoyed that night, so I will go to the spiritualist church. I will go to a spiritual centre and be a little bit more open and flexible about it. So I'm trying to kind of not keep all my eggs in the one basket. I'm trying to do what spirit want, and they want it out there in all directions. And I think if you focus it just on the one aspect, this is just regimented to the church, nothing else, then you are really segregating so many people there who really do want to know more, but they don't know how to, and they certainly don't want to go to a church. But then it can open that door for them just to go along. So I try to do a bit of both. So I understand what you're saying about the entertainment side of it, because it isn't about entertainment. It's about helping people who are in grief, people who are lost, people who are in pain and suffering. And we as nurses, ex-nurses, we know as our job that was our dedication, was to help that person who was suffering, help that person who was in pain, physically and emotionally. Now we're doing it in a different way, and we're doing it for spirit world. And I feel it's so important, and I agree with you on this, Rickie. You've got to ask them, why do you want to do it? What's your reason for doing this?
Yes, why are you here?
Yeah.
Why are you
here? Yeah. But it's something I feel that should be looked at a little bit more. And also, I also agree, like we've got to keep working on ourselves, to be a medium, I believe we're all mediums, by the way. I believe we're all mediums. We all came from that light of God. We all are spirit living in the physical body. It just may be that our life has took many paths that we've maybe lost some aspect of it, but I do still believe we're all mediums, and I do also believe we can all grow, we can develop, we can become stronger, we can work on ourselves. But without that, we can, and there is a possibility of us just staying grounded because we've not worked on ourselves, we're not working on ourselves. And I think it's something as a medium and as an individual person we have to do, constantly work on ourselves, because none of us are perfect. We've all got faults. We're all here to learn. This is a school of learning, so it's so important that we learn by our mistakes, we grow by our mistakes, and we don't repeat the same mistakes.
Absolutely.
So we keep moving forward, so yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with what you say about the advice about new mediums, but I also feel that people out there who are training should be a bit more patient, and they should also keep working on themselves too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It goes hand in hand, you see.
It does.
When we are developing and we are open, it goes hand in hand. As I said at the beginning, the person I am today is not the person of yesterday.
Yeah.
With this
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
this work,
Yeah.
this work. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to add anything else before we leave? Because it's been an absolute pleasure having you tonight. Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to add on? Oh, that's really nice. Hardeep's put on, listening to all of your shows immediately how much you already have in many fields too. It's wonderful to see and hear. Thank you so much. That was very kind of you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Hardeep. I do have to step out because I have a client almost at the door.
I know.
I wanted to say thank you very much, Alice and Judith, for giving me the opportunity to be here and to share my experiences, my knowledge, my understanding as it is today. Always change. Tomorrow might be different, and just to be here, it's really beautiful. Your energies is amazing. I just feel like we've been in one melting pot.
Yeah,
in another
right.
melting pot.
You don't feel the other side of the world, that's for sure.
Yeah, and thank you for everybody who joined us today, and we'll be seeing this in the future, and hopefully we'll see you again. If I visit Scotland.
It would be great though if you would like to come back onto the show and we could all do a demonstration together at some point, maybe later in the year. We can maybe arrange something like that if you're up for it.
I'd love to do a demonstration of trance mediumship. Is wonderful.
That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. So you could do your trance, and Judith can do her physical, and I'll do my mediumship.
Absolutely.
Because I have got plans on doing something in and around December, just round about. Not at Christmas, but before Christmas, and doing a little special round about then and having some mediums on. So I'll be in touch and see if we can arrange a date that would be suitable.
To it.
Yeah. And don't go away, everybody, because we're still staying on. All right. Rickie will be leaving us because Rickie has got some spiritual work to do. So on behalf of Spirit World, bless you. So but for everyone else, please stay on because we are going to do live readings next. So thank thank you, Rickie. Thank you so much for coming on. A pleasure to meet you, and look forward to meeting you again.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Lovely to meet you, Rickie.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Well, Rickie's got lots of lovely comments here. Judith, can you see them all?
Yes, I can see them all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lovely comments. Lovely. Yeah, I'll read a couple out because especially for the people in the podcast who can't see. That's the wrong one. There we go. Rickie, please share your event in England when you're here. That's the one in Blackpool in September. That looked very interesting. It really did.
Blackpool's a lovely place too. I like Blackpool. It's great energy in Blackpool.
Yeah, it's very vibrant energy. Yeah, so that would be really good. So thank you everybody for being on tonight. Keep staying on because we're going to do readings, as I say. And with Judith and myself, we will be doing some live readings. So I'm just going to move a few things around here to give me a little bit more room.
Hi, Margaret. Hi, Julie. Hi, guys.
So you're all ready to do readings as well then, Judith? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just seeing other ones coming on.
Yeah, okay. I am just going to share something before we do our live readings, if that's okay. And then you can do, yeah, okay, and you can do exactly the same. Okay. Right, so Thursday, 2 days away, we've got my Spirit Art Mediumship demonstration, and it will be in the Arden Cable Hotel in Helensburgh, Shore Road. Anybody interested in this, and then please contact Arden Cable Hotel if you would like a meal prior hand. It will be a Spirit Art Mediumship demonstration. There will be a meal if anybody wants a meal beforehand. Contact the Arden Cable Hotel. Doors open at 7, starts at 7:30, finishes at 9:30. Yeah, 7 o'clock doors open, starts at 7:30, finishes at 9:30. Anyone who's got the e-tickets that I've sent over, please keep hold of that, because in the number on the e-tickets there is 2 free lucky gifts to the lucky ticket holders. Okay, so keep hold of that. There will also be a raffle on Thursday night as well, which is going to versus arthritis. So if anyone's interested in that, you can book your ticket through Eventbrite or through myself at alicetrevorrow@gmail.com. And also I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and my website as well was featured earlier on if you want to just do a playback. Or Eventbrite, just book through there. Okay. But what I want to just emphasize a little bit more is these tickets will only be on sale from Eventbrite or myself, no one else. Okay, so there has been somebody trying to resell tickets, they were saying, which is not true because they're not even in the book to start with. Okay, and so they don't have any, they're not got extra tickets, all right, because
they'll take your money, so
yeah, they'll take your money. Okay, yeah. So no way, Jose, do not buy tickets of anybody else except for Eventbrite or myself, okay, or of course the Arden Cable Hotel, but that is it. All right. So I don't want anything happening to you all, because it's too important there for me as well. If you lose money, I don't want you losing any money there. Okay. Now my next, I'm looking for my wee bits of page. Where is my next? Oh yeah, no, it's not. I'm losing it. I think I'm losing the plot altogether, actually. Right, where am I? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so Monday the 3rd of June, 8 o'clock to 9:30, online Zoom. We will be having a mediumship demonstration with Miss Debbie Romero from America, Jennifer Rose as well from California, Bill Hughes from England, and myself, Alice Trevorrow. And any donation is appreciated but not essential. It will be going to, this month, it will be going to versus arthritis as well. So all of that will be going there. So that's Monday the 3rd of June, 8 till 9:30. It is on all my pages, and the Zoom code is on the advert as well. Next after that will be Sunday the 23rd of June, and it is Ignite Your Soul Mediumship Workshop. It's online, it's with myself, it's for beginners and progressive mediumship. It's a mediumship course, but it's beginners and progressive mediumship. Okay, it's covering many aspects of mediumship, from the very beginning to where perhaps you're stuck, or where you're a little bit lost in your own mediumship, you're lacking a little bit of confidence, maybe you're scared of the nose, maybe you don't understand when you're connecting to spirit world, or you're unsure of your message delivery and evidence. Okay, so it will be a nice relaxed day. It will be fun packed exercises, and it will also be very intuitive to your own soul, where you will be igniting your own soul, the spirit world, with this deeper connection through a beautiful meditation and also sitting in the power. So if you're interested in that, then please contact myself, alicetrevor@gmail.com, or my email, which is also, I'll put up again, it is also on this StreamYard podcast, because the podcast will be on Thursday as well at 8 o'clock. So anybody watching that, it will be there. You won't see it, but it will be definitely all there, documented and written down, so you'll be able to follow that on the prenup beforehand. Okay, so that's me. So what about yourself, my lovely? What's happening with you?
My prophetic news episode 6 came out today. It's just out today. A really interesting episode, because I'm understanding Spirit's theory. So from episode 1, Spirit has always been given predictions, but always thrown in a revelation of truth that we have been told and misled on. And each episode, Spirit's revelations and unraveling the truth is getting deeper and more apparent. And this episode really humbled me, because most of it is revelations and guidance from Spirit, and not just for me or for one person, but for the collective. Absolutely. And I have to say, Linda, she's on there today. She sent me screenshots of validations of previous predictions that started to come true in other episodes. But Spirit is very much from episode 1 talked about, yes, predictions, but the truth of our world and the truths of our reality. And what they've been doing is they've been building that trust. They're showing people, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and this is what we want to share with you in the guidance and the revelation of your world. So it's their way of showing people, Spirit's very much there to help us all massively in guidance. So episode 6 is out today. I'm really excited, and I hope everybody enjoys it. Tomorrow, I'm doing mediumship at the Higher House online service, so it's free for everyone to join. I put the post up, and everybody's very welcome to join it. And now that I've got my website finished, just took me so long because I was very much working on that. But now I can put up about my workshops and classes, and I've held off because I've kept the last page as a notice board so that I can put everything up that's currently going to be running. So that's my next target. I'm really looking forward to now going ahead and getting my dates confirmed and getting everything up. So yeah. But definitely please check out Prophetic News, because I know Spirit's really trying to help us massively. And it's their way of showing that they're there to help us, not to scare us or anything else, but to help us.
That's so true. That's so true. Yeah.
They're trying to help everybody awaken.
Yeah. There's nothing scary about, being in the presence of spirit world.
No, it's the most beautiful experience.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start our readings now. All right. So you want to start, Judith?
Yeah. can I just say thank you, guys? So I haven't decided who I'm with yet. I do have a gentleman with me, and he's I want to say he's quite laid back, but very organized. Everything kind of, I want to say, detailed and put in place. He talks about August being very relevant, and he's letting me smell the smell of the cigar. He's smiling as I say that, and he's telling me he would have had maybe a cigar on special occasions. It's not something that he would have smoked all the time. Just, I want to say if he was having a celebration or a couple of drinks, but it was on a special occasion. He also talks about a German connection, and he's just said to me, somebody feels it's a shambles. Somebody feels either something's went wrong with somebody's organising or doing something and it's went wrong to their plans, or it just didn't go the way they planned it. And they've been thinking to themselves, feeling to themselves, it's a bit of a shambles. And he's saying, don't think that, because it's actually a blessing in disguise. So much more is going to come out of it. So if anybody can take any of these details as I'm passing them, I would be very grateful. So then the gentleman sings that, bye bye. It's gonna make me sing. I knew you were gonna make me sing. They sing that song, bye bye love, bye bye happiness, no loneliness. I think I'm going to cry. I want to say somebody's really struggling within themselves right now, and it's like an inner battle. It's a really inner battle and they're feeling such a guilt over them, and he's very much making me aware that it's that inner battle, that thought process. They're hurting. They're really hurting. He also makes me aware that a lady is in spirit with him, and he says they're parents. So he's making me aware they're parents of someone here on the feed. Talks about spicy food, naan bread is their favourite. Also travel coming up, but not where you're expected to go. And also June celebrations of a birthday. Can anybody take any of this, please?
I'm looking at the comments. Nothing so far.
Okay, please can I ask you what else you would like me to pass that I can connect in, please? He's singing to me Bridge Over Troubled Water. So I want to say I understand. He's very much, somebody's been talking to their parents recently, and I mean their parents in spirit, having the conversations, and they've been asking for their help in the sense that for guidance, for direction. Yes, he's saying yes. Go ahead, please. Can I ask you to give me something else to try and narrow it down? Okay. I'm just going to pass what he's told me. Windows need fixed. Windows are faulty. I asked him to give me something to narrow it down. And somebody keeps putting it off. They keep putting off fixing the windows. So he's saying windows need fixed, okay? Make a list and get the house jobs done. Pane of glass has been broken, he's talking about. Also a pane of glass. So can anybody take any of these messages this gentleman's coming forward with? Quite an organised man, liked everything. He liked to be organised in detail, but he's quite a soft nature, soft person. The smell of the cigar. His wife is in spirit with him. They're making me aware of his parents in spirit. Somebody, I want to say, not for you, Kelly. I want to say that the traveling is a journey, okay? They're talking about a journey, but not where you expect. Somewhere completely different, and it's going to be last minute. It's going to be last minute changes. Remember, he said last minute changes. I understand, but I need you to give me something a wee bit more like personal. so I can arrow in on who I am with, please. Hard deep. Can you take parents in spirit? And a birthday in June and a cigar.
Just waiting some feedback coming back in the comment box just now.
You're grand. I don't know why I keep looking at your name and I wonder if you parents in spirit, please.
Hardeep, if you can put in the comment box if you're still there, please. If this makes sense. Parents in spirit world.
I know Facebook has like a 60-second delay on it, so it does. I don't know if it still does on StreamYard. I'm not sure how that works, but she's maybe not here.
No, she's there.
Oh,
yeah. There you go. There you go. There it is.
I can take most, but Mum is still here. Okay. Please, can you validate the lady in spirit with you? You're saying, are they your parents or the lady in here parent? Your parents? Okay. Okay. So I've written down parents, so I want to say what I thought it was. Okay. So do you understand ringing in ears? Talking about ringing in ears. And they're talking about an earring.
There you go.
Have you
there you go, Judith. My dad is and the birthday's in August, and you brought in that the birthday.
I want to say your dad's parents is with him. That's where the parents is coming in. June is very important. Okay. But I feel I am with you, Hardeep. And I want to say there's a German connection somewhere. Because I've written down a German connection, and I feel at some stage something you've been reaching out to him and another loved one. Okay, that makes sense. So do you understand? He's talking about shambles. You feel like something has been has turned into like a shambles, or it's not went to plan. But he's saying don't try and not think like that, because it's actually going to be a blessing in disguise, and it's going to be so much more. You've been speaking to your dad's mum and dad. That makes okay. Thank you. That makes sense. So do you understand? He's singing the song to me. Bye bye love. Bye bye happiness. Hello loneliness. I think I'm going to cry. So I feel that you've been going through quite a hard. Dad went to Germany many years ago. Perfect. Thank you so much. So Hardeep, I want to say he understands how you're feeling, and he understands everything, and it's like a bit of a turmoil within at the moment, very much, and you're speaking to him ringing in the ears. Yes, I have to tell you, there is travel coming up, Hardeep, and it's not where you're expecting to go, but embrace it, because it's going to be really special for you. Okay, the song is a message. The lyrics, he's singing the song because the actual wording of that is a message. Okay, he's making you aware that he hears you, and he understands that things has been hard. Listen to that song. I don't know what you call that song. I can only wrote down what he was singing to me. Okay, and do you understand? He talks about an earring. I want to say like an earring has been lost, or an earring coming out. Okay, there's a spiritual significance to that. Go back and check the spiritual significance, because you're scared of losing something, but not the jewelry. Okay, it's not the earring. Something. I've written it down. I have written this. I've written I've written that verse down. That's exactly the verse that he sang to me. Not the whole song, just that verse. And I did sing it, but you don't want to hear me again. So Hardeep, absolutely, I will ask now. Hardeep, can he hold your hand, please? Okay. He's singing something in the wind. What's that first bit you're singing? Something in the wind to me, please. Blowing in the answers are blowing in the wind. The answers. something are blowing in the wind. Tomorrow is my dad's passing 3 years. Okay. I also want to give you number 26. Okay. And I want to give you 19. They're very relevant. 26 and 19. They're talking about. So you choose your hand. Yes, I've been left alone. I know we feel sometimes we are alone, but I'm hopefully going to let you feel Dad, and you will know that he's still there. He's still around you. Okay. Okay. I am really sorry to hear that, but please know that he is sending his love. And if I can help you reach left hand, okay, I'll help you reach to Dad's feet.
We're on podcast as well, so whatever's getting said, we'll need to say it. Okay, so as people can hear, see it. I mean,
yeah. Okay, so you just keep relaxing, and I'll hold your left. You want to hold your left hand. Okay, so I'm just linking in with your dad. Okay. There's a lot of loved ones around you at the moment in spirit, I have to say, heart deep, okay? He's saying, keep talking. You will hear him. Keep trust. Keep talking. You're going to hear him. He's talking about your hand, heart deep. He's talking about tingling, okay? Tingling. Okay, he's talking about pressure. You feel him? You feel him. There's a lot of emotions right now. I want to say you're very emotional. I can feel the emotion, and I can see the emotions. Okay.
He says yes.
He's holding you tighter. He's going to hold that hand tighter for you. It's important you know he's still there. He's still around. He's still there. Okay. As he's holding your hand, he's going to close your hand, okay? I want to say to you, Hardeep, the answers are blowing in the wind. I want you to remember when we talk here, okay? We talk outwards. When our loved ones and people are connecting, they talk here. All right? Listen to the voice coming from behind. Listen to the voice coming forward. Okay? Not this voice, not this. I want you to know it's him talking to you. Okay? He's coming from here. All right? I've always helped people understand that, because it helps them understand it's not their own thoughts. It's spirit very much coming forward. He's sending you so much love, okay? And you listen, his answers, he's talking to you, and he's singing the answers is blowing in the wind, is coming forward, okay? His voice is going to come this way. All right, and you will know it's him, so you know it's not yourself, it's him, okay? You will be connecting to him more and more. He's very much going to be there to help you along your journey and move you on to the next level, I want to say, and that step going forward, and he's going to be there to help you embrace that. So he is, embrace that. But I also want to say that them tears and that emotion, that's us healing also, and it's important that we let that emotion out, and we let the healing out. Okay. He's just said, tell her I love her. Tell her I love her. So I'm going to leave that with you, because I know he's with you. If you can just sit and close your eyes and relax, you're just going to have him around. You feel him around you, and he'll sit with you and give you that time that you really need right now. And I think you're going to receive a lot of healing from that connection that you have there with Dad. So I'm going to leave you sitting with his love, and take some time just to sit with him. Don't rush. Just sit in his presence and spend time with him. Okay?
That's lovely. So lovely. Yeah, you could really feel that.
Oh, thank you. Very emotional. I can feel the emotions very strong.
Yeah.
So if she can, just sit there and spend that precious time.
Yeah, lovely. Okay, Judith, thank you. If you can just keep a little eye out as well for me, any comments up. Okay. Right. So I have this man. Okay, now I know you said you were getting cigar smoke, but I've got this man that's came in and he's smoking a pipe. Do you know? And I can smell the pipe, and he's got his cap on. He's got his little cap on as well, and I feel like he smoked this pipe quite a lot. You know, even if he was out and about, he would have had this pipe in his mouth. And I heard the song When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. Okay. So that song is also coming in, When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. I also got as well. I wasn't sure if okay. 2 seconds. Sorry, 2 seconds. Right, I just heard there Paddy or Paddy's Market. Okay, so Paddy's Market or Paddy would be relevant as well. Patrick. I'm getting that name coming in as well. And also, I don't know if Austria would mean something or ostrich. Because I got Austria coming in, but then I'm hearing like ostrich, but I'm feeling as if it's a war or an army camp here that would have been relevant in the past, or somebody has been going to kind of visit out in that country, but I'm hearing that coming in Austria
like an ostrich, you know, the wartime was a concentration camp.
Yeah. So I don't know if this was something that this man was involved in, or if somebody has been attending or want to go out there and see all of that. I'm not sure, but I'm picking that up. Okay. But I don't want to give you too much information because it'll confuse all the information for you, but I do feel this man is very relevant of smoking a pipe here. Okay. Ireland is definitely in it. I also Patrick, Paddy's Market. I'm hearing the song When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. A February passing as well as coming in, a February passing, and July for a birthday, and also the number 13. The number 13 is actually very relevant as well. The number 13 is also coming in.
Can anybody take any of this for Alice, please?
So that's also coming in. Okay.
I can take Paddy, and I can take Irish, and
yeah, I feel
I know a Paddy, but I'm hoping somebody else can see.
I feel it's definitely for someone here in the audience here. I can feel as if I'm going to go back out actually and see if I can. Margaret Wetherell, would that make any sense to you by any chance, Margaret? If not, if someone else can come forward with it, then that's absolutely fine. But I feel this is someone's. Well, there's new comments coming into things. No, it doesn't make sense to her. Okay. Okay, let me go a wee bit more with this. Is there someone in the audience that's been to the Odeon cinema just recently? Oh, is it a grandfather who smokes a pipe? Yes. Can you take where your grandfather would have smoked a pipe? He would have worn a cap. And he was in the war. Okay. Oh, here we go.
He was Irish. He was Paddy. Sadly, he passed in February after I was born, and lost my great grand.
Okay, my great granddad smoked a pipe and he was in the war. He was Irish. He was Paddy.
Yeah.
Sadly, in February after I was born, I lost my great. That's absolutely fine. At the age of 13, you lost your. Okay, that's where I'm at. I'm with Gemma. Okay, I'm with you, darling. Okay. I also want to say to you, did you go to the Odeon cinema just recently, or do you know if this is something you've been talking about going to? But I've got the Odeon cinema, so just holding on to that as well. But I know I'm definitely with you. Yeah, bless you. Okay, Danny Boy. I'm hearing Danny Boy song coming in as well. I'm hearing the Danny Boy. How do I?
That was the last cinema she went to.
That was the last cinema you went to, the Odeon. Okay, darling. Yeah, because yeah. 2 seconds. Yeah, because he was giving me that. So it was just a bit of evidence as well to who I'm going with. Do you know what I'm actually seeing just now? I'm seeing a really deep cherry pie. Now I'm seeing a deep cherry pie, okay? And I know that it looks delicious, but yeah, I don't feel that's what it's about. I feel it's to do with a song.
Cherry pie. Gemma says my granddad's, his son-in-law used to sing Danny Boy. Linda said her parents sang Danny Boy.
Yeah, no, I'm with the lady I was with, Gemma Louise. I'm definitely with Gemma. I'm definitely with Gemma.
Her granddad, his son-in-law sings Danny Boy.
That's absolutely fine. Okay. Can I just say to you, Gemma, just bear with me. I'm getting told something. So 2 seconds. Would you understand why your grandfather would be saying you're unsure about whether you should stay or whether you should go? And I feel it's more to do with not your home, but more to do with a career or work that you're involved in at this moment. Cherry pie is relevant
to Tom,
which is what I used to call my stepdad, Cherry Pie. Okay, all right. So your stepdad, you okay? That's fine. Your stepdad's in spirit world as well. Okay, right. I did feel another energy coming in, but I'm stronger with your grandfather just now. But please take that your stepfather is also there. All right. Yes, I've been considering giving up my farm. Okay, that's fine. So it wasn't to do with work, it was more to do where you're living. Because he was saying, should I stay or should I go now? Do you know what it's just shown me as well? And yeah, I don't feel you've got horses on your farm, but he's shown me horses or a horse that would be relevant to you, or whether you would like to have a horse, or whether it's something that you do or you ride. But he's shown me a horse. I'm seeing horses, but there's this particular one I'm seeing, and it's brown, but its coat is absolutely shining, gleaming. It is. It looks like it's got oil on it, but it's not. It's just so shiny. It's just so shiny. It's
up with horses.
Okay, Linda Lou.
And she has.
Sorry,
Gemma, I grew up with horses. I do have 2 now, but I shouldn't really.
That's okay. That's fine.
We used to show our horses.
I know, Linda, darling. I know. Remember, take some information from whatever is getting said here, because there will be a message within a message. Okay, my darling. But I am strongly and linking in with Gemma Louise here, but don't think for 1 minute that Spirit are not giving you a sign, Linda, that you have to listen to as well, because that's how they work, darling. So you can take some of this too, that's fine. But I know you can't take it all, okay? Where Gemma Louise can take it all, and grew up with horses. I do have 2 now, but I shouldn't really. Well, I wouldn't say you shouldn't really, because you get so much healing and comfort from this. You know, you really do. And I can see 1 horse in Spirit World. Okay. Now I'm seeing this horse as in Spirit World. And this horse I'm seeing just now is brown. It's absolutely gleaming. And it does look very much like the number, was the number 11 or something on this horse, or the number 12, 11 or 12, is that 11 or 12? Number 11 mean anything? Number 11, because I'm seeing the number 11 on top of this horse. Okay, and a lot of this is really strong. This is really quite strong.
My first shire horse was brown, and a showstopper, a great ram, chose him for me. His name was Cookie. He was Freeze, branded 11.
I was 11. Okay, bless. Okay, so yes,
he was branded 11.
He was branded. Oh, was he? Oh, bless him. All right, that's why I'm seeing the 11 on him then.
Yeah, he was Freeze, branded 11. Yeah.
Oh wow, you know, that's why I was seeing that. So can I just say, I just also feel it's also a sign to you, sweetheart. Don't give up your horses. Don't give up your horses, okay? All right, because you have always had strength and healing from horses. You've always had it. You know, whether you keep 2 or you keep 1, but don't give up on your horses.
He was also the 11th that they bred.
Oh, was he? Oh, bless. Oh, beautiful, absolutely beautiful here. Okay, you know, you're getting all the love. You're getting all the love from the animal kingdom, from the horses, and horses brings so much unconditional love. I just love animals, and I just trust them so much. And they're just one of God's creatures, and they come with innocence and love, and you know, and healing. And I just feel, you know, you never ever lose that. You'll always have strength there. Always have that strength with your animals. Yeah, you can't cope without them. Okay, bless you. But can I just say to you though, you're getting strength there from your grandfather.
She's rescuing them for a reason, isn't she, Alice?
Yes, yeah, and also they're rescuing you. There's two beautiful souls of love. They're joining there together, okay, and that is what's important, that you stick with this, okay. You're not lost. You're not alone. You're very much spiritually guided, and you very, very much have that love from your grandfather, and also the horse that you did look after many years ago. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? Things will all spiritually open up for you. It's something that is your role in life, Gemma. Yes. You can't, okay, you've got, yes, I can't cope without them. And you've got a disability, bless you. I know now it can be hard, but can't stop rescuing them. That's okay. That's okay. Because while you're rescuing them, they're rescuing you as well, sweetheart.
He would love my newest boy. He's like a small shire horse and has the personality Cookie did.
Well, there you go. That just shows you how much Cookie is around you. When spirits gave you a horse that's very much like Cookie. Okay. All right. So I will draw a little card for you just now. And there you go. There's your card, sweetheart. Okay. And your angel card is spiritual support around you. It's the first one that came out of the pack. Spiritual support around you, darling. Okay. And that is for your angels, your loved ones, allowing that support to be around you, and to make you a little bit more spiritually aware of when they're around you as well. Okay. And feel that presence. But when you are feeling a little bit down, a little bit lost, and I know there's been some tears because Granddad's shown me the hankies, I want you to remember you have got that spiritual support. Okay. And the animals is your strength and your love and your healing, and is your spiritual support, darling. Okay, you get so much from animals, and you, my sweetheart, get so much more. Okay, so I'm going to love and leave you with that, darling. Okay, and God bless you, sweetheart.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Alice. And can I just say, the totem animal of a spirit horse is strength.
Is it? Yeah.
That was just perfect. Because our animal totem of a horse is strength. So
yeah. Okay. So do you want to do one more?
Okay. I wasn't sure if we had time.
All right. What time is it? Oh yeah. Gosh, it's nearly 10 o'clock.
Yeah. No, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock.
I'm looking at it. I'm way ahead. Okay, we'll do one more then. Okay, we'll do one more. Okay.
So let me see. Okay. They're talking away here to me.
I'll do a little quick one after. I'll do a quick card or something at the end as well. Okay.
So I feel very much I want to go to Julie Freel. You're going to get me in. I'm going to get myself in trouble because I can never pronounce. But I want to go to Julie. Julie, I want to talk about a lady, Julie, okay? A lady and Julie. You're very welcome, Hardy. You're very welcome. So I want to talk about a lady, and she's talking about jewelry, okay? She's talking about a necklace, and she's also talking about her ring. And I feel it was left after she passed. And Julie, I very much feel that this is because I'm being told your name. So I want to go take that to you. And I also I'm being told something about a WordPress. She's talking about a WordPress. Have you written? Do you write? I know there's this delay on Facebook, but I have to give WordPress, and it's very relevant. And I feel there's documents or there's writing you do. And she's going like crisscross, like she's marking stuff, something like crisscross. So I feel that somebody, yes, you have her ring, okay. So do you understand? I'm going like crisscross. She's showing me crisscross, but she also talks about a WordPress. And she's just said to me, it's very relevant, okay. And she's just went to Ching, anniversaries coming up. There's an anniversary coming up in September, okay. Whoever has her necklace, please be careful. She was very particular about her stuff. I have to say, she was very particular about her stuff. She's drawn me to the necklace. She wants whoever has the necklace to be careful, okay? To be careful with it. I feel it was quite old. Also, is there more? I want to talk about. I'm not sure if it's a ring or if it was within the necklace, but I want to say is there a stone loose? There's something loose, and necklace. She's just said necklace. So I want to say about the necklace. There's something like going to be loose in it. So I'm saying she. Yeah. So the lady who has the necklace needs to be careful with the necklace, okay? She's saying take it in and try and get it. I feel like there's something she needs tightened, like clasp, but there's something needs tightened, and that will cure it. It's just she wants it fixed before anything happens to it, okay? All right, spirit never ceased to make me giggle. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it as she says to me. Go ahead again, please. Okay. She's just said to me, yes, I was very fussy. I was very particular about things, and I still am. She said, I still am. So Julie, if you're still there, please let me know you're still there. But I have to say, remember the necklace, okay? September anniversary is very relevant. Okay. Oh, they're all in the singing tonight. They've got me singing tonight. And I have to sing, you know that. They're going to make me sing. So do you know that song? Ooh, ah, just a little bit. Yes, my daughter had it not long after she passed. My daughter lost it, okay, because she was talking about, okay. I want to say it's within the home. It's within the home. You should look underneath your sofa, underneath like chairs or a seat like sofa. Remember I said to you, look under like a seat sofa in and around. But that song, ooh, ah, just a little bit. She's laughing as she's saying that. You know what you're looking for, she's just said. Okay, remember that song, and she's just highlighted the end of it. So it's still within the home. She wants you to find it. Okay. Trust, she says, trust. You've been looking for 10 years. Listen, semen spirits involved. you can look all you want for 10 years. But you see, when they tell you they're putting it somewhere, then that's when they'll put it somewhere. So trust the process, because she is going to leave it. You're going to find it, okay? I have to say, when you do get the class, get it fixed. Okay, get it fixed. She's saying it will all be okay. I want to say about the celebrations in September. Something was being organised or changed about it, but she's saying don't put off. You have to whatever the celebrate anniversary. Do you understand there's a milestone anniversary in around September, please? Because she's talking about a milestone. So I want to say the milestone. Go ahead, please. That's what all the singing tonight. Okay, I want to go Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. I want to go like, I feel like I want to dance, and I'm going like, yeah. I know they make me sing, but like I I want to go back to a memory with Shaka Khan, because they were good days. They were really good days. They were fun days. They were days when the worry wasn't. She always sings, okay. But I feel like Shaka Khan. I feel very much it's a memory going back, but I feel maybe going back with you. She's saying yes. She's saying yes. Absolutely. Julie, she's asking about your arm, okay? She's not mentioning that. She's asking about your arm, okay? She's singing Shaka Khan, and she's like doing this here, like Shaka Khan. She's doing this song. I think she's trying to impersonate you, Julie. But has she got permission to, absolutely, I'll ask, to hold your arm?
Okay. Julie said that she always sings. Always sings.
Okay. I have to tell you, necklaces there. Okay. Trust. Necklaces there. All will be okay. Trust. So if you can, yes. Okay. So I'll chat. I'll talk as I'm going through it for the podcast. But you can just relax, Julie, and let her do her magic. You'll feel her. Okay. And I want to say, I'm not sure what you said earlier, but I do know what this is. She's just said grandmother, so I'm not sure if I've already said grandmother, but I want to say grandmother. Okay, so let me link in. You have to change fingers with the ring, because the ring that's on your hand is getting too wee. You need to move it to another finger. She's a character. She's just said to me, yes, dear, as we eat. Listen, she's giving me the full giggles. I'm really sorry. But she's just the way she's telling me, yeah. So I want to tell you to move the ring to another finger. Okay, let me link in before you make me giggle more. Okay. Okay, so you're going to feel her hold you by the wrist, okay? My daughter has another ring, okay? Okay, yeah, it's the ring that's on her fingers at the moment. She's talking about she's to move it to another finger. It's getting too tight, okay? Especially when it gets warmer, it's getting too tight. It'll stop the circulation. She's just to be like that, and with the finger. Okay, let's focus on the arm. Okay, so you just relax, Julie, and I'll help grandmother with your arm. Yes, please. So you're going to feel her holding you, Julie, okay? And I also want to say somebody's very much feeling trapped at the moment, trapped in a situation, or they can't make a decision on it regarding a situation. But you're not trapped, you're feeling trapped because you're weary of the decision you have to make. Trust and just go with what feels right. Do you understand? We can't please everyone, and we shouldn't worry about not pleasing everyone. Okay.
Okay. So silence going on at the moment.
Julie, can you tell me what you're feeling, please?
She said she understands that.
Okay. So your grandmother is saying to me up. She's saying to me up.
Just got a few more minutes left.
Okay. You need to do it really quickly, grandmother, before we run out of time. Yes. Yes. You feel her around you? You feel her around you?
So she understands that. Yeah.
Okay. She's around you like this. She's just showed me she's around you like this. I nearly want to bear hug you. Okay. I want to bear hug you. Sit nice and relaxed and let her make that stronger for you. I have to finish to give Alice the chance to finish off. But I do want to say just sit and relax, Julie, and let her, because I can see her. She's around you. So just allow her to make that a bit more firmer and stronger for you, and you'll get much comfort out of that. And I do wanted to give you lots of love, and please tell everyone she's okay. Remember the necklace. She's just said, remember the necklace, okay? So thank you for letting me connect for you. And sorry, I can't do longer, but it's really important we give each other a go. So
no, it's fine. We're out of time anyway. But we're totally out of time. So we've been on here now over 3 hours. So because it's going to podcast, it can't really go much longer than that. But listen, I want to thank everybody tonight for coming on to the show. And I hope you've all got the love and the healing and the laughter from Spirit World. On behalf of Judith and myself, I want to say good night. God bless. Thank you so much, Judith Miller, for your help and your mediumship tonight as well. Thank you. And also to our guests. So good night and God bless. And sorry it's quick, but it's time to say night. Bye.